On the day my divorce was final, I'll never forget what my ex said to me. And he said, "You're going to regret this. You're going to get 6 months down the road and you're going to regret divorcing me." And you know what? He's right. I did have regrets.
She remembered exactly what he said on the day she signed the papers, word for word. That means she's been replaying it ever since. The man told her the ending before the story even started. She just needed to live it herself to believe it. Welcome back to the modern judge. Today's case file is a mixed one. Women who left good men and regret it. Women who settled and knew it from day one. And somewhere in the middle, a wife crying over onions who figured out something most women never will. Gentlemen, the full spectrum is in today. Let's go through it.
One thing I wish I would have known before I got my second divorce, or not known, but like believed, is that you can heal inside of a relationship. I think so many times we're stuck on this. I have to go find myself. I have to get divorced so I can heal a breakup. I have to be alone, whatever it may be. And it's just like simply not true. Not saying that it's wrong. I obviously took the route of I'm going to leave so I can heal.
She needed 2 divorces to figure out that leaving wasn't the answer. That's not a healing journey. That's an expensive education. The lesson was available the whole time. She just kept paying for the same class.
So I know that this is going to sound crazy.
Okay.
But I feel like men have devalued being a wife, and I don't aspire or feel like being a wife is a flex anymore. Like, I know that this is maybe going to get some women that are married upset or might feel some type of way, but on a weekly basis, even on a daily basis, I see the way men treat their women and the things, or their wives, and the things that they do behind their backs, even when they're pregnant, makes me feel like, do I want to be in that position? Do I want to be the girl that gets played over and over again by their husband? Like, is being a wife even a flex anymore?
Men haven't devalued wives. They've devalued modern women who don't have wife qualities. Those are 2 completely different things. A good wife in 2026 is rarer than ever. Rare things don't lose value. They gain it.
A man that does not worship the ground that you walk on, it's not worth obsessing over. Immediately no. You're crying over a man who's not obsessed with you, who doesn't treat you like a literal goddess, princess, fairy, angel. What are you crying over? What are you crying over?
She wants a high-value man who begs at her feet. Boys, the moment a high-value man starts worshiping the ground she walks on, he stops being high-value. She will feel it immediately and lose attraction just as fast. The fantasy and the reality cannot exist in the same room.
Would you rather give 30 chances to one guy or 30 guys one chance?
I'd rather give 30 guys one chance because I already gave guys 30 chances before.
What about you?
30 guys one chance.
What about you?
For the
I agree.
streets.
I'm not going to look vulnerable again. I've done that before. You just look stupid.
What about you?
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
So this just shows you that you ain't loyal. If you're going to choose 30 men one time, you're trying to date like a man.
She said the quiet part loud. 30 men, 1 shot each. That is not dating with intention. That is modern dating described with perfect accidental honesty. And every woman in that circle nodded, along like it was wisdom.
What are you doing?
I'm just trying to figure out why this gets so much of your attention and not me.
What are you talking? No, it doesn't.
Okay, then you can make a choice. 7 days without the PlayStation or 7 days without your wife.
Honey, are you kidding me? You know I love you. That's such an easy choice. Come here. We'll see you when you get back.
What?
Don't date a baddie if you're not going to let her be a baddie.
That man didn't hesitate, didn't think about it, didn't negotiate, just answered. Boys, that is what it looks like when a man actually values what he has. Remember that energy. That's the standard.
When she disappears, it's usually to someone, not to something. It's the plan B that she denied having all along.
I ended up blocking the guy that was sitting next to me on my 15-hour...
Because he told her that he likes her and he tried to kiss her.
The disappearing act always has a destination. She just doesn't announce it until the door is already closed behind her.
Appreciate the support, dude. Thanks for the time saver.
I would rather pick up my husband's dirty laundry that he leaves right next to the basket, clean up all the beard hair that he leaves in the sink, pick up the dirty boots that he leaves all over the floor for every day for the rest of my life, rather than never seeing him come through that door ever again. And I know I'm not his mother, but it is my job to serve and take care of my husband. And guess what? He takes care of me. Now, I could complain all day about the fact that my husband leaves all this stuff all over the place and he doesn't pick up after himself, which he does. Sometimes he comes home from a long day and he doesn't have the strength to put his clothes in the basket after a long day. Sometimes the world wears on him so hard that sometimes all he can do is kick off his boots at the front door. And you know what? As a wife, I have two options. I can get really mad about it. I can nag him, I can get upset at him, or I could just serve my husband out of love and respect, because that's what we're called to do as wives. And the verse said, it's better to live on a roof of a house than in a home with a nagging wife.
Stop everything. This is the most important clip in the entire video. She is not performing. She is not making content. She is genuinely grateful for the small evidence that her man exists in her space. That is what a woman who actually loves her husband sounds like. It is rare, it is real, and it is exactly what feminism spent 50 years telling women was beneath them.
Damn right. That is 100% the wifey type right there. We got a lot of wives in this video today, huh? All right.
But I would rather stay home and cook and clean. I would rather do it. When I tell you I love to cook and clean, I love to do it, and I love to do it for a man. Just to see the look on a man's face when you cook him a meal that is so good, you could just tell he's proud. There's just something, I don't know. I will cook and clean all day. Like, what is the complaint? I'm making some fire food tonight. I'm going to serve it, and I'm just enjoying it. Yes, I'm crying over some onions, but I'd rather cry over some onions than cry about a job. That's for sure.
And this right here is so true, man. This is the thing that feminism stole from women. Feminism took this away from women. But this is so true. Women truly love serving a man that they love, respect, and admire. They love it, dude. So really, it's all about just becoming a man that is worth that love, admiration, and respect. Once you get that, everything else basically falls into place.
This is the secret to understanding women. Your wife will only be sexually attracted to you if she can A, admire you, and B, respect you. Now, how do you do that? Stop getting triggered by her feelings and her emotions. Don't let that inner child boy in your voice hijack your brain and instantly get defensive when she brings concerns to you. When you feel triggered, you want to retaliate. And you retaliate because you feel like you're being attacked. But here's what you should do instead. Shift your focus to your body, your feelings, your emotions. Identifying what's truly going on within yourself helps you regain control of yourself. Then you can operate from a place of compassion, empathy, curiosity. This communicates to her subconsciously that you're a real man who can handle anything she throws at you. You can handle her feelings. You have control over yourself. This helps her feel safe. This helps her feel loved. The man that she can feel safe around is the man that she can admire, respect, and want.
He said it. She proved it 2 minutes ago, crying over onions. The formula was never complicated. Become a man worth admiring. Everything else follows naturally.
In my brain, there's two types of boys.
Okay.
Boys who had iFunny on their phones and boys who had Reddit on their phones. And you get to pick which one's worse. If you said Reddit is worse than iFunny, what the is wrong with you?
I don't have
I dated an iFunny boy once, and he ate butter sandwiches. It was cold butter between one piece of white bread. Butter sandwich.
She dated an iFunny boy who ate cold butter sandwiches. We move on.
How old are you?
I'm 44.
How do you feel about on the first night?
I don't care. If I have to do, I do. But if I go through dating with somebody else and I figure out this guy for a relationship, I don't make sex first time.
So wait, if he's a good guy, you'll make him wait. If he's a bad boy, you'll give it up.
Female logic.
But isn't that a little bit backwards?
No.
Female
if
logic,
he's good
everybody.
good boy, I don't make sex first time. I hold myself. Because I have to go somewhere special with him.
Whereas
I hold.
But you
because
don't.
I have to show him something special, you know.
But if he's a bad boy,
just for fun.
because you know he doesn't care about you.
he doesn't care about, I don't care too.
She is 44 years old and still running the same program. The good man earns nothing on night one. The bad boy gets everything immediately. And then, at 44, she wonders why only the wrong men are calling back. The strategy was always going to produce this exact result.
Girlfriends in marriages right now who have settled with the nice, safe, secure guy we weren't all that attracted to. We didn't really want that much. We didn't have any chemistry with. We had maths with because we had to. Because the guy we actually felt passion and chemistry for doesn't want us.
Oh no, I'm playing the world's smallest violin.
Normally, those guys that we settle for don't make it happen. To us, it's like, well, damn, if you're putting up with it, well, okay, cool. If you're still here, cool.
She said it herself. She settled. He knew it. The bedroom was transactional from day one. And she is sitting in a marriage describing it publicly on the internet like it's someone else's story. That man deserves to know. He probably already does.
When you want to go, that's fine. But in the meantime, I got no one else. You're here to give it. Cool.
Yeah, bro, I know basically everything she said sounds really harsh, but she was being brutally honest in that clip. She was 100% on point. Yeah, she settled for the guy. That wasn't exciting, but at least he had some element of security. The bedroom fun was horrible, but he was around and he takes care of me, I guess. So this will work, I guess. That's a situation so many relationships are in. So many relationships and marriage as well, which is again why I think so many marriages fail, is because of situations like this.
One of the biggest problems with men today is you can't walk away. You better learn how to walk away and cut a chick off.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're going to be the fool. You're going to be the one that's left a dried up husk, because when she's done what you believe, she'll walk away. But here's the thing. Guys, when you learn to walk away from a woman, you're in a position of power. Ladies, many of you don't walk away. Many of y'all just check out. Y'all ghost. Y'all leave.
This is the most practical advice in the whole video. If you cannot walk away from something, it owns you. That applies to women, jobs, habits, anything. The moment you are willing to lose it, you stop being afraid of it. And that changes everything.
I just got off of work. I can't do it anymore.
She don't want to work anymore. But what's even worse is what she really wants to do. Wait, it gets even worse. This is me since I was 16. Real. This is literally how I feel. Oh my God. I'm not built for it. I feel this, tired of working. Get that bag, queen. This is legit me once or twice a week. This is so real. This is so real. Here's where it gets interesting. I feel the same way. I started my own last year in a BF who pays my bills. You can get out your
She's getting more support from women for starting an OnlyFans than she would for getting married and building a family. That is not a small detail. That is the entire problem summarized in one comment section.
I married a guy who had asked me for a date when I thought, why in the world is he asking me for a date? He dated the cute girls. And I just couldn't understand it, but I thought he was cute, so I thought this was wonderful. Ended up marrying him. So about 3 years after we were married, I asked him, why did you ask me for the first date? I know, we had fun. It was good afterwards, but why the first date? He said, you wore an orange corduroy dress, and I thought anybody who would wear an orange corduroy dress liked to have fun. So we had fun the rest of our lives.
50 plus years. Started with an orange dress and a man who paid attention to the right things. No games. No strategy, no hypertrophy calculations, just a man who noticed something genuine and asked. That is the whole blueprint. It was always that simple. Today's file had everything. Women who left and regret it, women who settled and knew it, and one woman crying over onions in a kitchen who understood something most women spend their whole lives running from. The modern judge has reviewed every clip. The verdict is always in the small details. The dirty laundry next to the basket, the boots at the front door, the man who comes home. See you in the next one.